Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, my name is Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, a.k.a. Mama Lou.
All right. So, you know what, guys? We're not going to waste your time today. We're going to jump right into the topic of the day.
What?
Sorry, can I just do a quick
I was
birthday?
going to say birthdays?
Yes, so on February 20th, from the
Brian.
Backstreet Boys, Brian Littrell.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Brian.
How old is he?
Brian.
45.
What?
Yay, that heart surgery worked. He's still here.
Yes, thank you, surgeon.
Thank
You,
God
Lydia,
for the heart
for
surgery.
that.
Remember? We
Yes,
learned
I
Memories.
remember.
scary times.
Memories.
He has a new pizza oven
like
in his
the
house.
corners
What?
of my
He does?
mind.
Yes, it looks very nice.
Oh.
Check his
Pizza
Instagram for that information.
Memories.
What else? Anyone else,
That
Chinzia?
sounds so much. Nope.
And then
Of
6
the
days
way
later, it will be Diane's birthday. And then 8 days later, it will be Sophia's birthday.
But that is not this week. That is the next week.
I'm just saying.
Awesome.
All right. Good call.
Anything?
Anyways.
Yes.
I said we weren't going to waste the people's time.
Okay.
The people want a short break today. They
Mostly
probably
because
don't.
Lydia has to go to an audition.
I'm
so.
sorry. I know. It's
Don't
called.
say sorry.
It's called hashtag food porn. and
Don't be
it's-
sorry. Just be Wally. All right.
Just
Wally?
get
Who's
this.
Wally?
I don't know. It's a movie.
Oh.
Anyways.
Oh. Okay.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Please do.
So today I would like to talk about a man.
Nick.
A man named Charles Edwards.
What?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
If
An
you are a
ex-member
fan-
of the Backstreet Boys.
I love Lydia's look of pure
Oh
panic.
my God.
I
Is this
love
like,
it.
wait, hold on. Is this like someone from like the 1800s?
That's why I said I tried to
It
help
is
her.
not someone from the 1800s.
Okay.
Don't worry, you will know.
Ex-member of the Backstreet
She'll-
Boys?
Diane will
this
explain
Phoenix?
everything. Yeah,
Ikaika?
No.
Okay.
Let Diane speak.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm gonna
sorry,
stop
continue.
talking. I just wanted to help her out.
It's
Thank
the
you.
theory that all boy bands,
I'll
Need
come
to-
from this one man?
no, they need to succeed. They have to lose a member and gain members. That's my theory on actually all bands.
That's a pretty good theory, I think.
Wow.
Before one can make it big, you got to lose somebody.
Okay, sorry, Diane.
Sometimes
Some
continue,
blood
please.
on your hands.
Sometimes it's two somebodies, and no, there's no murder involved.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I mean, like, not
Thank
murder.
you, Chinzia, for that, Diane.
Social
Continue.
murder.
Oh,
Social
God.
murder.
Okay.
Continue, Diane.
Thank you so much. Because I literally said it, and then you guys just are like, "Oh, it's about this."
Okay,
Why are we chickens?
tell us more about
That's what you
Wesley
sound
Snipes.
like in my ears.
This guy, what was it?
Like, I get the
You
info
know,
out.
you know why you sound like that? Because it's like I have to speed and say everything I possibly know about this before you can say anything else.
Isn't Wesley Snipes an actor now?
Wesley
Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes.
Isn't that?
I didn't know that Charles Edwards turned
Oh,
Wesley
Charles
Snipes.
Edwards. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm so very.
What I was going to
misheard.
say
I
before I
misheard.
was rudely interrupted
Yes.
He turned into Wesley Snipes.
was that apparently there's an actor who was on Downton Abbey named Charles Edwards. That's not this guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. Lydia,
Um,
that's the best ever.
Sorry.
Anyways, so who is Charles Edwards? We're going to tell you today. Okay?
We're gonna tell
Sure,
you all
these
the
guys have already
Are we also
blabbed
talking-
it out. But
Lydia still has no idea what we're
I have
talking
no
about.
idea.
I
Charles
literally
Edwards.
told
More
what
detail.
you.
No, Lydia doesn't know.
I just
Okay.
told you.
can you guys like
Not
mute your
Wesley Snipes. She
phones?
told
Jesus.
She told me it's not Wesley Snipes.
But I
Okay, sorry, it's
listened to
just
before.
Josh.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Continue.
Tell
Sorry.
Josh to cool his tits.
Yes, we're
He said
recording.
I said we're podcasting me done in 45, and he's like, I'm by station.
Okay, well then just tell him to come in.
We're still recording, bud. All right,
Don't-
continue
if
on.
If Josh interrupts the middle of this podcast, feel
We're gonna
free to
kill
leave him
him.
hate comments.
We're gonna kill
All right,
him.
tell us about the guy.
Okay, so anyways, I feel like semi-recently, Nick was like, look at this picture of the original Backstreet Boys. And everybody was
What?
like, what?
What?
And then so that prompted me to think about this. Also, I feel like we talk about Ikaika a lot,
We
who was originally an O-Town or chosen to be an O-Town, but then, I don't know, for some reason he was like, no. And then,
Probably
the
because
band?
Lou maybe touched him. Who knows?
who knows?
Probably.
And then they replaced him with Dan Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And
Excellent
so-
choice, by the way.
Excellent choice.
Yes, excellent choice.
O-Town.
So were we also talking about Sam Lakita as well?
Well, you could let me get to that.
Okay,
but sure.
sorry.
Anyways, so let's take a trip down
Lydia's
memory
I'm
Still
lane.
doesn't
also
know what's
learning today. Okay,
There
continue.
was also a member of Serial Joe that they got rid of before. Remember?
no.
That was before John.
Serial Joe is not a boy band.
I know. Sorry.
Chinzia, let
is it
her
a boy band
finish.
adjacent?
She's gonna
No.
like
Okay.
murder us.
Sorry. Focusing on Diane.
Thank you.
Lydia has to leave. All right. Anyways,
I
so
invite you to leave.
Oh my god.
Chinzia.
way back in 1991 when BSB was forming, because see, they didn't officially form till 1993, but this whole Backstreet Boys project
Yes.
started in 1991, and the members were.
This is the backstory.
This is the backstory of the
Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys.
Oh my god, love it.
Okay. So the original, I think the first member was AJ. AJ was like the first, because he was like auditioning for things.
Yes.
And then they were like, you.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
And then Howie was also auditioning for things.
and
and
had a
Nick, and then
stupid
they,
name.
Tony
Tony Dinetti.
But I think
That
when
was
he
his
joined
stage
the
name?
group, he was going to go by Howie D.
He was,
yes.
but when he auditioned, he went as Tony Dinetti. So,
So
they
that's why
wanted
they
him,
couldn't
and they couldn't
find him.
find him
Oh, because he was actually Howie.
because he was
Yes.
Howard Dwayne DeRoe.
Yes.
But he didn't go by that because he
He-
wanted to
yes.
be more Italian-y, I guess.
Oh, who knows?
I don't know his thought
Um,
process.
And
in
then
that.
yes, so then when he actually re-auditioned for the band afterwards, and they're like, "Oh, Tony, we've been looking for you," and he's like, "Oh, sorry, it's Howie." Like,
Cute.
so
Yes.
always have your correct name.
Friggin' Howie.
Yes. Because you could have missed out, Howie.
Because back in the day, obviously, there wasn't a lot of internet or things like that, so it was hard to track people down.
Yes.
So a lot of people had agents. So when AJ started, his agent actually helped out with
Yeah.
all of that stuff
Yes.
as
Yeah.
well with Lou. So
Anyways, and then Nick's mom was just like, here, take my 11-year-old child. See ya. Anyways.
I gotta say though, I'm
Who's Nick
impressed because
Smalls?
Nick Small.
Oh, Jesus. I'm like, who? I'm like, there's all these names I don't know.
Jane Carter.
Yes,
not
yes, I know
Wesley
her.
Snipes.
So
Don't
actually,
worry.
Okay,
because
sorry.
the whole like folklore is that he auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club and he got
Who? Nick?
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
So Nick would have also
And he
been on
turned
the
it
Mickey
down
Mouse.
to be in
To be in
Backstreet.
Backstreet
Which
Boys.
and we just found out recently that they offered him $50,000 to be on there for
Yeah.
like a poor family, and they actually let Nick be like, "No, go with this strange man instead."
Oh, that's so
Well, he
cute.
chose
I mean, it
right at the
obviously-
end.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He
Well,
chose
okay,
right
a
at the
lot
end.
of the Mouse Club people still became in boy bands. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
So-
he could have had
It
a
would-
few
And pop
years of
stars
money,
like
but who
Britney
knows?
and
But
Like
then
Christina.
the Backstreet Boys might not have existed. You don't
Yeah,
know.
not. So
that's the
thanks,
point.
Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank
for
you,
your
Nick.
sacrifice. Thank
Anyways,
And
and
I
then there were
guess-
2 other members. One is Sam
Sam Lakita.
Lakita, if that's what you want to say. I don't know how you pronounce Licata.
Yeah,
Apparently
that's
you-
fine.
you. Laquita.
Where are you getting the E from?
Lakita.
It looks like Lakata.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, I
Does
don't
it
know.
really
Don't ask
matter?
me. I don't. I'm learning this for the
Anyways.
first time.
And this Charles Edwards guy, but he went by
Right back.
Charlie. Charlie.
Surely, would you like a cracker?
I'm gonna stab Chinzia in the throat. Anyways.
him in, relax.
Okay, so
Josh is here, but anyways, regardless.
So Sam also left BSB. He is the one that now goes by Phoenix Stone.
Oh,
Yes.
that is Phoenix Stone.
That's
I
Phoenix
know
Stone.
They're the
him.
same person,
Oh my
just a
God.
different name.
Wow.
So Sam Lakita apparently and Phoenix Stone are one and the same.
Oh,
And the interesting thing that I found out about Phoenix Stone, aside from the fact that he still does music, is did you know
Okay, sorry.
that
Which one is Phoenix Stone? Is it Sam or is
Sam
Sam,
Lakita.
we were just talking about this.
Lakita.
it Josh has
Anyway.
hit himself? Okay.
Did you know that 10 years after joining BSB, he was in Longshot in 2001?
What?
What?
The Justin Timberlake movie?
The Lou
The
Pearlman
Lou
movie.
Pearlman
Oh, I'm
movie.
sorry. So, but yeah, okay. Oh, wow.
That's
It's a
interesting.
terrible movie if you guys have not seen it.
What
Absolutely
movie is
terrible.
that with Justin Timberlake?
Long Shot.
Wasn't
Shot.
he like
no, it has
a
all
chauffeur or
of Lou's
something?
bands.
Yeah, so there's like
okay.
a bunch of NSYNC. Britney Spears is in it. All of O-Town is in it.
Screech is in it. I got.
Oh,
him.
yeah, maybe
Did you
I've
know
seen
that,
that.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in
I
it?
did know that.
What?
Yes.
No, I didn't know any of this.
There's like a million celebrities in this
We
movie.
should rewatch this terrible movie.
and then like do like one of those like BuzzFeed like reacts or whatever.
Yes,
We could do that.
We
But-
haven't done a BuzzFeed article in a while.
Apparently Phoenix Stone is also in this movie, so
Amazing.
Interesting.
Wow.
he plays himself, which I think is weird, but anyways.
The poor
So
guy.
do a lot of
Needs
people.
some exposure, man.
Like
Which one is
O-Town
the
plays
golf one?
themselves.
Yes, they do. O-Town starts and ends it. It's like they're watching this movie.
Oh.
Like it comes
Yes,
in.
I have seen this movie.
Yes.
It's really
It's
bad.
so
You're right.
terrible.
It is
It's
very
fantastically
terrible. Yes,
terrible.
it is. Okay.
I don't remember. So
I don't
think
remember it
did.
either.
It's really bad.
There's
feel
like
the
a
only
story
part
I feel
about
like
a
I
kid
watched it
getting
with you,
drugs, or
maybe.
there's like a mafia hit
oh,
or
no,
something.
That's the wrong one.
So there's like some sort of main story, and then all of these like celebrities kind of come in and out throughout.
And then Lou himself is in the movie.
Lou himself is in the
Yeah,
movie. yes.
it's
That's
pretty
cool.
bad.
Anyways,
That was
Phoenix
a long
Stone.
So
shot.
bad.
He's in
So
Long
bad.
Shot. Apparently, it's what he's best known for. I'm like, yikes.
Wow.
That's sad.
Anyways,
That is
sorry,
sad.
Phoenix or Sam, aka. All right, but back to Charles.
Was he the golf one? Who was the golf one? Okay, sorry, I'm not
She,
gonna
Can
tell.
we
walked. She walked. No, she did walk out of the room when you were
She
saying
did.
the two
That's
things.
true, that's
okay,
true.
so who are the two members who left?
So there was Charles and Sam. Sam is Phoenix Stone.
Okay.
This is literally the only thing we know about him. He records some music now. Apparently, it's available on Spotify. But nobody knows any of that shiz.
Are we on Spotify?
Yes.
SoundCloud.
Yes,
we are.
Oh yeah,
SoundCloud.
yeah. What's right? Okay, continue.
All right, so back to Charles. So, yeah, they all join in 1991. Charles quit. So, it doesn't really say why Sam, a.k.a. Phoenix, quit the band. It just says that he did.
Which is funny because I feel like that's the name I've always remember hearing. I always thought it was just the one guy that Brian
No.
replaced.
I feel like he wanted to be solo. No, I feel like that's what it
literally
was.
could not find information about why
Ooh, I
he
wonder
left.
if we can find him and interview him. Would that count?
Ooh, yes.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, then
think,
Jason,
I don't
that
think he'll
counts.
want to be interviewed
Why not?
because he'll be known. He's known as the ex Backstreet Boy.
Well, then it could be like, tell
Remember?
us your story. What are you doing now?
and then his probably story is not that great,
Crying.
and then he's like,
Okay,
Horrible.
back to Diane.
Crying? Did you say crying?
I did say
Crying.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
anyways, okay. So, but I do know why Charles quit the band, or Charlie.
Charlie.
Dish.
Charlie
Charlie
card.
bit my finger.
Oh,
Anyways,
Charlie.
It's Charlie.
Charlie card.
Anyways, he quit
Ma'am.
after
Ma'am.
18 months in the band, which is quite
That's
a long
good.
time.
That is
Yeah.
a good chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To teach golf at Club Med in the Bahamas. So
Yes.
this guy
What?
thought
What?
that teaching golf at a
To
Club
rich
Med
In the
people.
Bahamas.
Well, there's a
would be
club-
better than being in the Backstreet Boys.
To be
Maybe
fair.
not a lot of work
That's
goes into
exactly.
teaching
Thank
golf.
you. Yes.
So maybe that's why.
They were like
Maybe he
sweating in
wanted
a
to-
hangar.
Yes.
You know, they're doing a lot of
So
hard
maybe
work.
he didn't want to do that after 18
It was
months.
probably easy money because Club Med was the more expensive like resort.
Well,
right?
he did. Yeah, he was saying that they weren't really making a lot of money. They weren't really
They
popular.
weren't. I mean,
But-
you saw the lawsuit.
Yes,
Maybe
and
he
we
could
all
hook
know
up with
that
rich
really
guys'
it was
wives.
because of Lou.
Yes.
But
and
100%.
dirty dancing, except by golfing.
Dirty
maybe.
golfing.
Dirty
Movie
golfing.
rights.
Dirty
Pretty
golf.
much like
There's your movie.
right after this, because this is like 18 months from 1991 is 1993, and ish. So then they get he like there was a quote of some interview and he was like, yeah, they were kind of lucky to get Kevin, and then he called Brian, and so like I guess that really worked out for them.
Wow.
Hashtag bitter.
Yeah, a little bit.
So whatever that, and then Lou sends all of them over to Europe, and then they like really start to become
That was brilliant.
popular, and he's like in the Bahamas, like freaking putting into a hole, like fuck my life. Anyways,
You know what
Indeed.
though? Honestly, like
There could be worse places to work.
This
I
is
feel
true.
like the Bahamas is probably
Yeah.
good
like, it's
weather
kinda
most
nice.
of the time.
Like, I mean, I look outside and I'm like, shit. So, like, you
Yeah.
know, the Bahamas.
Or
is
You have a
Orlando
nice-
couldn't have
you
been
have
that
a nice
bad.
view.
it's like a ritzy
Yeah.
island too. So
anyways,
A lot of stuff happens on the putting
But
field. Just
People
saying.
love
things
golf.
get worse
Yeah.
for Charles, if you can believe it.
I know this one I
No!
just found out recently,
No,
and I was just
what happened to Charles?
oh, it gets worse.
Okay,
my friend.
Oh, it
so
does get
Charles
worse.
hears about the fame of the Backstreet Boys, and so he returns to Orlando.
What? You can't do that.
Dun dun dun.
Well, that's where he's from.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
You can't
Okay.
do.
Sorry. Yes, continue.
And he meets up with his good friend, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh!
And Chris Kirkpatrick and Lou are like, hey, we're going to make another boy band. Would you like to be in it? And he's like, sure, buddy.
Uh-huh.
So Chris Kirkpatrick
I
and
know that guy.
Charles start a
Uh-huh.
new band called NSYNC.
I know them.
I know that.
Chris and Charles and 3 other guys.
Who?
I
what? I
cannot
don't
find
really
any
know.
information about these 3 other guys.
Okay.
Okay? My understanding is these 3 other guys are not really in the group for that long before they quit. And so because of this, because of them quitting and everything taking so long to get started, Charlie accepts another job
No.
at Club Med.
No! Not again!
Teaching golf This time in the British Virgin Islands.
Charlie, no!
Charlie's like,
meantime,
this must be
Lightning
good.
struck twice
Wait, hold
and
on.
you
Were the Mickey
missed
Mouse
it.
kids in the band at this point?
No. At
Oh,
this
so
point,
he left before that.
At this
Okay.
point,
Oh my
Lou's
God.
like, "Hey, JC, do you want to be in the band?" And JC's like, "Sure, buddy. Let me bring my friend Justin Timberlake." And
No,
then
is that
Chris
how that
is like,
happened?
"Let me bring my friend Joey Fatone."
Oh my god!
So they met him at a club at. That story makes no sense, but you know.
And then, yes. So
I
yeah,
feel like they also had some other member.
but then they do not take Lance right away.
Yes.
They take a guy named Jason Galasso.
Yes.
Jason
So that was the
That's where
original
NSYNC came
NSYNC.
from, right? Because you know the last letters of each of their names, right? So
Lanston.
it
Right.
was Jason.
Yes.
So then Jason, Lynn, Justin's mom, came up with the title by taking the last letters of each of their first name, making in sync because
Yes.
they're all in sync, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah.
Yes.
Then Jason leaves.
Oh.
Then they replaced Lance, and for the longest time, to keep up with this facade, they said Lance's real name was James Lanston Bass, and that Lance was his nickname.
Lanston.
That is a lie. That is his just.
total lie.
It's just James Lance Bass. So there you go.
Anyways,
Wow.
yes. So
Such deceit.
So now Charles Edwards has been in both Backstreet Boys and NSYNC,
Oh
and
my
both
God.
times was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go work at Club Med."
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
he
Club
could have been in a
Med's still even
popular
around.
boy
Oh
band.
my God. Okay, can I just say, Club Med easy, fast money, but oh my god, if he was in Backstreet or NSYNC, he would have had like forever fame.
In
Forever
Charles's
money.
defense, though, Lou was screwing over these bands quite a bit, and they really
100%.
didn't make a lot of money. So maybe he did make more money at Club Med.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's compare T4s, I guess. I mean, what else can we say?
But like
Ooh.
now, to think of 2020, because the recent news on this guy from like last year summer was that he got arrested for trespassing,
A Club Med.
not at Club Med,
Oh.
at somewhere in Florida.
He has fallen off.
He wanted to come back to be like, I can do the boy band thing again.
Can we please
He broke
make?
into Lou Pearlman's mansion, but Lou's dead. He didn't know.
Can we please
like,
make
"Where are you,
a
Lou?"
boy band of these people that have left boy bands? So we're gonna have Sam, Phoenix Stone.
Rejects.
We're gonna have Charlie. We're gonna have
Jason
Ikaika. We're gonna have
Galasso.
Jason Galasco, and then we just need one more. I'm sure there was probably somebody in New Kids that.
I don't know. See, I don't know about that. I didn't
This
do.
was pre-internet.
You know what?
bud.
I think there was before Joey McIntyre.
No.
Possibly.
Whoa.
Because
Sure
the other
about
four
that.
boys all went to school together. So then they got Joey at like a talent show or something.
Interesting.
They don't have enough talent shows in life. I feel like I need more talent shows.
So
in
do
my
we
life.
feel-
I'm 30. Where's my talent show?
So we can make a talent show.
Oh my god, we
That could be our Fringe Festival play. No, too complicated.
Uh,
Ooh.
It would
No.
have to be like a scripted talent show.
Yes.
Like that would have to
Yeah.
be the theme. Anyways, off topic.
Yes.
I
So
do like
anyway,
burlesque
so-
shows, but that's not really a
so
talent in there.
Charlie's a good luck charm
I mean,
is
there
what we're
is, but
saying.
there's not. I don't
Or-
know.
We got to
No.
get him in
This
there to
man
start it and then
literally-
take off.
Has the worst luck of life.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
His own personal bad luck, but for other groups, yes.
That's right.
Good job.
He's like the golden touch. He's like the golden kiss. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I've
fame
done that
and
Goodbye,
fortune.
my friend.
It's like, what was that? Oh, it was like a Will Smith movie, and like he dated people, and like their lives got better as soon as they
Hitch?
broke up. Is that
No,
it?
you're talking about Good Luck Charlie, and that was not Will Smith.
Oh.
Hitch is the one who gets people together.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The other one was like, if you sleep with this guy, then you'll get married.
Oh,
And that had
yeah.
that guy. Was it Dane Cook?
Yeah,
No
I think you're
idea
right.
what movie you're even talking about.
Yeah, you're
we
right.
didn't watch it. We just saw the previews. We're like,
Diana's
this
the
looks
best.
lame. Lame.
Great.
Anyway, so he's
Excellent.
Good Luck
Please
Charlie.
continue your
Because his name is
story.
Charlie.
Oh, my
my
god.
God,
Maybe it was made after that. The movie is called
Wow. Okay. Or no, Good Luck Chuck, I think.
Good Luck Chuck.
Never mind. It was Good Luck Chuck.
Well, Chuck is
Chuck and Charlie?
Charles. It's just a short form of Charles.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
Girl.
So, like, I don't know
Yeah,
what to
Good
say.
Luck
I mean,
Charlie
like,
is the kid's
in
show.
in our opinion, we feel like he made the bad move. But maybe, in his opinion, he feel like he did the right thing. Like, is there any, like, interviews later saying, like, why didn't I do this?
Interesting.
He doesn't. I mean, the later interviews, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I started my own band, and clearly it was very successful."
Super success.
Oh.
And you know,
boy.
if I would have been in those bands and never would have met my wife and had my kids, and I'm like, yeah,
you know, like
but-
everybody
You could
So
have
he
met a
has a
hotter
perspective.
wife if you were a
could have
Backstreet
met
Boy.
a hotter wife.
what are the chances?
A different perspective then.
See, it's just like that Backstreet Boys song. Like, what are the chances? Like,
That
things
we
happen for a
don't
reason.
But
and-
now
yes.
he's
I
in
leave you,
jail,
boy band.
so
And now-
So
Oh,
not a
okay.
good reason.
Now, what? Okay,
clearly he wasn't too happy in his life.
can we ask more? Can we probe more about the trespassing? Like, was he maybe trying to steal a diamond? Like
Was he trying to steal a diamond?
from a museum? Like,
No,
was it like a
no.
heist?
You watch
It
too
was
much
like
movies.
somebody's house. Maybe it was Lou's house.
Oh my god! If it
I
was
don't
Perlman's
think it was
house.
Lou's house.
If it
Lou's
was
house
the
hasn't been Lou's
Perlman's
house for years.
No, but he doesn't know that. He's been in Club Med the whole time.
Oh my God, Club Med is not its own little country that doesn't have outside
Okay,
access.
blah blah blah.
Doesn't
He's
have internet.
47.
Oh, there's a British boxer. Did we ever say that?
He's a boxer now.
No.
It doesn't actually really say.
I feel like in my head,
It says he was
He went
just
to Lou
arrested
Pearlman's
for
house.
trespassing.
where's Lou? That
He's
son of a bitch.
previously-
He's in the wine cellar, isn't he?
I don't
Sir,
know if
he
this
doesn't
man
live
looks
here
boy
anymore.
bandy enough for you.
NSYNC and so what's the title?
It
NSYNC.
says, who is Charles Edwards? New details on the failed boy bander who quit NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and was arrested in Florida.
Wow. Okay, let me see the picture again. Is this a mugshot?
I don't know, possibly.
Apparently he
doesn't look
also
very
Who
Wears
Previously
glasses? Oh, he is
tangled
kinda
with
handsome.
authorities over traffic violations.
Oh no, parking. Naughty, naughty boy.
Nutty nutty. That's all that one says. This one was the good article. It's on some literal super 90s looking website.
Oh, that is old AF, man.
But these people apparently talked to him.
Okay. Like what? Sorry, can you read the website URL and what the title is, so our viewers can also look it up?
Listeners.
Listeners, sorry.
Tripod.com or
It's okay, buddy, I
something.
got
Anyways,
you.
This one is interesting. It says that he was asked to leave.
What? Whoa.
It said a few years ago, he claims he was the first official member of the Backstreet Boys.
lies.
And because he went to the Valencia Community College with Chris and Howie.
Yeah.
It says he didn't leave his own violation. In fact, he was asked to leave.
Whoa.
But I don't know if that's true.
So, yeah, Lou says, there's a quote from Lou, and it says, Charlie Edwards has got to be the unluckiest guy in the world.
Yeah.
Everyone's heard the sad story about Pete Best, the original drummer for the Beatles, who was replaced by Ringo Starr, just became world famous. But this guy is twice as unlucky as Pete. He missed the boat not once, but twice,
Wow.
with two of the biggest pop groups in music history.
That's true. Oh, that kind of is like a burn. It's like, oh. Right.
Okay, so he actually didn't go to jail for trespassing.
Oh.
So
What
it
happened?
says, according to Radar Online, Charles Edward was arrested in Orange County for trespassing. However, he ultimately managed to get away without getting prosecuted, without a paparazzi present. Why would there be paparazzi present?
No one
for
knows
this
who
man?
this guy is.
Maybe he was trying to steal artifacts from Lou Pearlman's house so he could do a seance to contact Lou for where the next boy band is.
Clearly.
It says, without paparazzi present, a lone sheriff's photographer, I did not realize that sheriffs had photographers,
Me neither.
captured his mugshot. He pleaded not guilty. The state attorney later decided not to prosecute the fallen star.
Oh.
However, public records show he previously tangled with authorities over traffic violations.
You're reading the same article I was reading.
Yes.
Okay. And then this one says he's like, he believes that lightning will strike 3 times for him
Poor guy.
because he started another band called Colorblind. But clearly they did not rise to the fame of BSB and NSYNC. This says, according to this, so yes, he attended school with Chris and Howie. And it says, one day Howie approached me with a project he was working on. He said I might be a good candidate to be one of the guys in the group that was being formed. And then that group became the Backstreet Boys, Lou Pearlman, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wanted to listen to boy bands. We couldn't give our music away. So then after 18 months of struggling, Charlie's losing hope and patience, and that's why he leaves, according to this.
And when was the article written?
Blah, 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 doesn't say.
So in that picture, Lydia, he's the one beside Howie.
I see it. I see
Yeah.
his chart. Yeah. You too.
Well, how old is this man now? 47, it said last year.
I don't
When
know.
this article was written, he was 28. So, 20 years ago, this was written.
Like, okay, in this photo that you're currently showing me, it's a black and white photo where it's all like autographed and stuff like that. So Charles Edwards kind of looks like Rick Moranis. Not really like in the boy band vibe that I'm seeing. I mean, like, it's like, I don't know, man. But
So you're saying that Sam Lakita on the other side is the better looking one?
the one with the muscles, the guy with the muscle
Yes.
shirt, yeah, he looks great. This is Phoenix. Is this
Yeah,
Phoenix
that's Phoenix
Stone?
Stone.
Oh, Phoenix. Okay. Like, he's still got hope, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, I like your idea of like having like everyone together on one band. That would be fantastic.
I think it would be terrible and amazing at the same time.
We should propose to Netflix because they pay for everything. Netflix, can you just make a boy band special? How long has it been since we've had a boy band special?
Depressed in this picture.
Who? Charles?
Charles, like, look at him.
It's a black and white photo of.
It's just
How did you
like-
find that photo, Chinzia? So our listeners
I've
can find
seen it before. We'll post it. I've seen it before, but then somebody posted it to like Nick or something, and then Nick retweeted it recently, I believe.
Oh, that's how all
And
this
he was
started.
like, imagine I never met, like, whatever, the guys or something like that. It was fun.
Kevin and Brian.
It was, mostly Kevin and
Could you
Brian at
imagine
that
the band without Kevin and Brian?
point. Never. They can't
I
even.
was like,
No.
yeah.
Because they all have like their like roles and their like little.
We wouldn't have the Backstreet Boys.
Anyways, yeah. So
Agreed.
then he's
If they
talking.
didn't
It's
be
talking
there,
about how
so- No, I can't imagine.
he quit in sync, and he was like, I ended up walking away a second time from what turned out to be a golden opportunity.
Yeah.
But at the time, I knew we didn't have the right formula or even the right name. But keep in mind, it was literally Chris, this Charles guy, and 3 randos.
Yeah.
So
So-
whatever. And then he's like, I guess what it boiled down to was my fear of not knowing what the next step was going to be. When it didn't happen the way I anticipated, I got frustrated. There was no money coming in,
Yeah.
but the bills still kept arriving every month.
ouch.
And I had no way of paying them unless I went to work.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, so he's being a responsible adult.
Yeah.
But still,
I
you
know.
could have been in sync, bro.
A missed opportunity.
It's
But
bittersweet.
then we wouldn't have had Lance.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
We wouldn't have had
wonder-
maybe any of them.
I wonder what Charles's
Because this
voice
is before.
sounds like.
This is literally Chris and like none of the other ones. So maybe not JC or Justin or Joey.
Yeah, it's true. It's
But
true.
guys, you know what I found out about Joey when I was doing research on this? Because I was trying to
Joey
find
Fatone.
information on this Jason Galasso guy, and there's like no information.
I wonder if
Doesn't
he changed
explain
his
why
name.
he left. Doesn't explain anything about this guy. Just that like he was originally in sync. Like they all tell the story about the name thing.
Yeah.
And that's how they got in sync because
Okay.
his name was Jason. But
Right.
whatever. But then that's all the information. They're like, then he left and they replaced him with Lance. And I'm like, but why?
Where is it now? What did he do?
What happened
And I
to
feel
Jason?
like they were like really close to breaking it at that point, and they brought in Lance very last minute. It's like, hey, you're joining the band.
He was super last minute because the vocal coach brought her
because
in.
Justin's
brought him
vocal coach brought him in.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. But it must have been then that this Jason guy quit. It couldn't have been that they kicked him out.
He must have just been like, whatever, not doing. I
Well,
don't know.
well, you said someone was asked to leave. Who was that? That was Jason?
Yeah, no, that was the Charlie.
Charles.
But then
that was
I
the
continued
VSB.
reading it, and it was somebody else was saying it, not him. So I feel like
okay.
it probably wasn't accurate
Ah.
information.
So who knows? But anyways, I found out an interesting thing about Joey.
Do
And
He always wanted to open up a hot dog stand?
no.
Okay.
But apparently, when Chris called Joey to be in the band, he was already in another group.
What? No.
Did you know this?
I didn't.
New Kids
I
on the
didn't
Block.
know that.
Oh, guys, hold up.
Wait,
Please
Chinzia.
tell me you
Chinzia.
didn't find this on the internet and are going to read it to me?
Chinzia.
No, I'm just
Diane
saying
is
that there
keeping
is-
us in suspense here.
There is a YouTube interview with Jason,
Oh.
and it's 47 minutes long. So maybe we'll
Wow.
wait. So that'll probably give us more information about that.
We'll have
But-
to like watch
Go
it
back
and
to-
then talk about it.
Yes.
Anyways, Diane, you're at a spine-tingling revelation. Can we hear it, please?
that Joey was in another group.
Yes.
Yes.
What? Who?
And it was called Big Guys.
Oh God.
I think this is back when Joey was not the fat one. He wasn't
Yeah,
always.
but his last name is Fatone,
Fatone.
so fat one. So I'm sure he was called that his entire life, even if he
Maybe.
actually wasn't fat.
But he actually wasn't. But do you know who? Do you want to guess who was in that group with him?
oh, do we actually know people in this?
I mean, yeah, it's a recognizable person.
Is it that
Jacob
guy
Underwood.
from Glee, Matt? Somebody
No,
who was in
no,
O-Town?
no.
Matt
You're-
LeBlanc.
No,
His name is not Matt LeBlanc.
Okay. Is he a boy band? Are they boy banders?
Okay,
still?
he-
This guy is solo artist.
actor.
can I answer the questions,
Pumps gas.
or do you just want to ask them?
Okay. No,
Have you
answer the
met
question.
us?
Sorry.
I'm just confirming. You can
Please answer.
can continue asking questions, please.
Dan,
I'll
can
be
you please-
silent.
Could you please answer the question?
Okay. So it's a solo artist. It's obviously a man.
Ricky Martin.
Is he a large man?
No, I don't think so. Nah, I'm pretty sure not.
Lydia guessed Ricky Martin.
It's not Ricky Martin. Ricky
He was
Martin
a
was
Menudo.
in
Ricky
Menudo,
Martin
Sorry.
was already famous.
and then he was
True.
on General Hospital, and then
Oh,
he
Yes.
was
right. Sorry.
That is very
Ricky
true.
Martin.
Ricky Martin.
All right, continue.
But he does sing Spanish music, so it is
I was on the right track.
Lydia's on the right
Okay.
track. You might not know the guy's name right off the bat if I just tell you what the name is,
But we'll know the song.
but you'll know the song.
Huh.
It was like
Is
a
it Don Omar?
very, very popular song.
song?
Like
What did
2
you say?
years ago.
Don Omar.
No.
2 years ago.
Go
Guy-
back to the summer of
The
2018.
guy
With
from
Justin
Eiffel
Bieber?
65.
What's
The
that?
guy from Eiffel 65.
I don't. Okay, sorry.
The guy. What? Okay.
I don't know. Okay.
Aren't they from Europe?
Stop asking me questions.
Was it the guy from
Josh, you
or
have any
no?
guesses?
Am I saying wrong
Oh,
things?
the guy from Despacito.
Despacito.
I said that. I said
Louis,
that.
whatever. Louis.
Louis Fonsi.
What?
You did?
Yeah, I said
Way.
that. Was it
That's
the guy
pretty
with
cool.
Justin Bieber? But I didn't know the guy's
Yeah.
name.
Louis Fonsi?
I don't even know who
Nice.
that is, but I know
Louis
Despacito.
Fonsi.
I do
He's
know
the
the
Despacito guy.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. So him and Joe
Despacito.
So
Great job, Chandler.
all I'm
See?
saying
Bieber
is,
references.
so Joey quit that group to be in NSYNC, which was obviously a good choice for him.
Definitely.
But then I was just thinking, imagine he never quit that group.
Ah.
Then we wouldn't
Joey.
have Despacito today.
So Joey
or we
actually
would have
broke
had-
the curse. So of people leaving a band and that band like blowing up, he left that band to get in a band that blows up.
Ah,
He was the
see?
key.
But I'm like, maybe Joey could have been part of Despacito.
You never know.
I can't imagine that.
I can't
Well, he
either.
doesn't speak Spanish, I don't think.
He's Italian.
He's
He speaks
Italian.
Italian.
Yeah.
So how do you say
Hey, paisan.
How do you say Despacito?
My
in Italian?
Despacito mean again?
Despacito, would you look at my prosciutto? You know, in my salami.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Salami.
Love to look at your salami.
That escalated quickly.
Hello.
Oh, now I'm thinking of like calzones. I wonder if we can make that in.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I am.
What does it means slowly?
Slowly in Italian.
Is Despacito is a word?
Despacito
is
means
a
slowly.
I thought it was just like a made up word. Oh, that's so
No.
exciting. Wow. Look at all these things
That's
they're learning
great.
today.
You're learning a great deal.
Thank you.
All right.
So-
Slowly in Italian is lentamente.
Lentamente. Do you want to look at my salami?
Okay.
Oh, I got a reaction.
Moving along.
Well, no, but if it was Joey, it would be his hot dogs.
So Joey's like Joey. Josh is ignoring us, but then Lydia's talking about her salami, and now he's just like shaking his
And now
head.
he's laughing, the biggest grin on his face.
But if it was Joey, wouldn't it be hot dogs? Do you want
How
to
do you
look
say
at
hot
my-
dogs
Do
in
you want to
Italian?
eat all the big
Viewsters!
What?
View my
Viewsters, and then
Okay. Is there anything
okay,
else
we
to
had
read?
a family member
Don't you have
visit
to
from
go?
Italy, and then she wanted
time to
she
go?
wanted pizza, and we said, "What do you want on the pizza?" And she said, "Viewsters," and we're like, "What the fuck is Viewsters?" And we found out it was hot dogs. And we're like, "What kind of weirdo puts hot dogs on pizza?" And then my mom went to go visit them in Rome. Their pizzeria does that, so
They put hot dogs on pizza?
Only
Yes.
at that
Sliced hot
particular
dogs.
pizzeria. Like, that is
In
not
Rome.
normal.
In Rome.
it was
Not
very
normal
in
for
Rome.
Italy.
Yes,
That's
so
very
my mom's like,
interesting.
"Oh, that's why she's talking about putting hot dogs on pizza like a weirdo." So.
I thought maybe she was just saying hot dogs when she meant pepperoni.
No, my mom said it was actual hot dogs, and I was like, "Gross."
Gross.
But I guess
That is an insult to an Italian palate. But okay. Anyway.
they also don't
Is
put a
that
lot
it? Is that all the information you have?
That is all the information I have, yes.
That's wonderful.
Interesting.
Thank you
Well-
for sharing that.
In your personal opinion, did you think that he made the wrong move?
Who? Charles?
Yeah. Well, the Club Med
Yeah?
guy.
But here's the thing, like, things happen for a reason, right?
Well,
so
I guess the whole point, the question, it's kind of like a chicken or the egg thing,
Yeah.
right? it's like if he didn't quit the band, would Backstreet Boys have been successful? And then if he didn't quit NSYNC, would NSYNC have been successful?
I mean,
I kind of think I can understand the Backstreet Boys one because there was nothing like preceding that. It was just like, here's Crazy Lou being like, I want to make a New Kids type band because New Kids are quitting. So I'm going to like take, sort of fill in where they're leaving off. But you don't know if Lou's like crazy. You don't know if Lou knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
That's true, because he has no previous boy bandy experience. Right. His only music connection is Art
Garfunkel.
Oh! No! Oh, no! That's okay.
Sorry, what was his name?
Art Garfunkel is what I said, guys. Oh my
so
god!
I do get that. So it's like 18 months of not moving, nothing happening.
Yeah,
Great.
and
then
it's
he
not
leaves.
like he quit like so promptly, right?
Yeah.
But he comes back in 1993, 94, when Backstreet Boys are now extremely famous in Europe, and Chris and Lou are like, we're literally going to do the same thing with a new thing. And he's still like, nah.
I'm thinking, though, okay, have you guys ever had a job and you hated it, you left, and then a position came again a few years later and you go back?
No.
Yes.
Right?
Well, I've been in that position and I've seen it, and I'm like, oh god, but I hate it.
But there's reasons why you left for the first time.
That's correct.
So I
yes.
feel like for example, if the other radio station, if I went back to them, I feel like although I loved all those people and it's great, I've had so many great experiences here, to go back to that, it's going to be different. It's like the same but different. It's like the same building, it's the same thing, but it's different. So I feel like if he would have come back, he would have been like, okay, we're in this same sweaty hangar. Lou's still Lou, da 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 da. But now I got this like these
Lou's
other
still trying to
guys,
touch my dong.
and then you're obviously like, I feel like he
Massage.
would hold some bitterness towards that because he's like, they made it huge. Here I am, sweating my balls off again, starting this from scratch again.
Here's my point.
And there's no thing that lightning can strike twice, right? So there's not 100% guarantee. Yes, the odds are way better than the Backstreet Boys. You're like, okay, this is going well. Boy bands are really famous right now. This is working. But it's also like, I've been through this again. I don't know if I want to do this again.
But here's my thing based on this guy's like life history. Okay, it's not like after that he was like, okay, I give up on music now. That's it. I'm just going to work at Club Med because that's working out well for me. Like, he still was like, music is my passion. He made this friggin' colorblind group when he came back. So it's not like he ever gave up on music entirely. So why not give NSYNC a shot?
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, NSYNC still had to go through all the grind that Backstreet Boys went through, but they did it for a much shorter time. I don't think
it was
he
like
gave-
less than a year, I
Well,
believe.
because like Lou had the formula packed.
That's what I
down.
mean.
Yeah.
So he was literally looking to slot in the right people.
Right.
Right? And he obviously, Lou had an eye for talent too,
Yeah,
obviously.
He did.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to imagine that this Charles guy was probably pretty talented if Lou was willing to put him in the band a second time.
Yeah.
That's true.
True.
Right?
That
Yeah,
is
you're right.
true.
You're
Yeah.
right.
So it's like,
I wonder if he came back to Lou and be like, buddy, I really want to do this, or do you think it was the Chris reaching out to
they
him?
said he came back to Orlando and then Chris and Lou reached out to him to be like, hey, I heard you're back. We're going to do another group.
It's probably like an easy hire because they're just like, hey, you've already done some of this grueling stuff.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
already-
it is. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to think that had he stuck it out a little longer, he might have been like a great member of NSYNC. You really don't know, right?
True.
Does it mean that NSYNC would have been exactly how it was? Because who knows? If he was in it, maybe they wouldn't have had any of the other four, right? But
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Something to think about. Hindsight is 2020. Everyone.
Yes.
could they have been better? Maybe they could have had Charles instead of Justin, and they'd still be together.
Do you think you would hate Charles instead of Justin?
It
No, I
depends
feel
if
like
he.
You don't know
If
Charles
he was
enough.
in there?
That's honestly, I don't know. I don't know what he sounds like. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's like,
Personality
if
type.
he was a lead type singer. I don't know what his personality type is. I don't know if he's a douchebag when you meet him. Like,
This is
It's
true.
all hard to, I mean, it's like I said, hindsight's 2020. It's
Everything
really hard
is
to
meant
know.
to happen.
Even like
for a
sometimes when you have
reason.
friend groups,
This is
right?
true.
Like you think that this is a great friend group, and then as you're growing over time, you're like, oh, I don't like this person as much, and then you replace them with somebody else or something like,
This
like
is very true.
just because they originally started together doesn't mean that it's going to end up together.
No,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So-
absolutely not. All I'm saying is for him, for NSYNC it worked out great,
Yes.
Yes.
right?
Oh, totes.
For Backstreet Boys it worked out great.
And again,
Definitely.
if NSYNC didn't have that Disney Channel special, right, to launch
my
them and stuff,
God.
who knows if they would have actually
It's
made
true.
it as big as
It's
they made it.
true.
Because
Yeah,
like-
because what if Backstreet Boys said yes instead?
And then who knows?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, this is just maybe NSYNC would have had the level of O-Town, like,
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
right? They wouldn't have been as big, or
Because
whatever.
it stands to reason that if he was like, I'm gonna stick it out and I'm gonna stay in NSYNC because now I know I quit Backstreet Boys, but now I know that if I stick it out, this is what can happen.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Lou knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And we just have to stick with it and we have to like grind it out and whatever. And then we can get there. It's possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you don't know, right? So that's what I'm saying.
No.
For him, it was a bad choice.
And maybe he didn't get along with some of the members and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So maybe he was like the Zayn of the group. Maybe he was just like,
But
you
you
know
have
what?
to
This is not my
keep in
thing.
mind that none of the members were the same except for Chris.
Yeah.
True.
Like it was Chris, Charles, and 3 other guys whose names I can't even find.
History will not remember.
Right? So it wasn't Justin, it wasn't JC, it wasn't Joey, it wasn't Lance,
Right.
right? Had he stuck it out when the 3 other guys were like, peace out, we're not doing this, it's taking too long because they didn't know,
Yeah.
whatever, you don't know, right? Because, like,
I wonder what Club Med pays.
You're
obviously
a good-looking
a
young
decent
guy.
amount.
I mean, like, come on. Yeah.
Obviously a decent amount. All right, so anyone else have anything else?
no, I think
We
we're good. Yeah.
We're gonna. It's a bit of a shorter one today, but
That's okay.
that's okay.
I think that's good.
I think we
feel
did a
like-
good
Yeah.
job.
And now
Thanks,
I'm actually
everyone.
really curious to go like find out more about them. And,
Yes, we need to
see
watch
what's
the
up.
interview and see.
If anybody has
what
like,
happened.
if anybody was around back in the day when Charles was part of either of these groups and saw them in concerts around Orlando and stuff like that, or have any insight, feel free to let us know. Like, I feel like that'd be kind of
Call
cool.
in.
Chris, just call into the show and give us the deets, okay?
Yes,
Come on.
we want the
Exactly.
tea.
We don't have a phone number, but
Yes, we
I'm
do.
sorry, I
line.
thought you meant to the outside world.
No,
but
no,
yes.
Chris K.
Bad line.
Ooh, you know what? We should try to find him on March break and get him to.
We need the tea, Chris.
Come on,
All
Chris.
the
Some
tea.
deets. Come on.
Chris must have so much cool information from like back in the days forming the bands and stuff like that.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
That is our goal this
On
year.
that note,
thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.